Hey guys, Vic here from Theme Park Chasers, and today I'm going to be counting down the top 25 best roller coasters I've ridden. So first of all, this will be a two-parter series, so in this video, which is part 1, I'll be discussing from 25 to 13, and then part 2 is 12 to 1. Second of all, this is basically my opinion or experiences, so there will be some controversial picks on the list, so you can talk about it in the comments, but just don't hate me for it. This is just my opinion. So number 25 is White Lightning at Fun Spot America in Orlando, Florida. This is a GCI Woody that opened in 2013, and it's probably one of my favorite family coasters, mainly because of one tip. If you raise the lap bar a bit, and you hold it till the great airtime moments, which aren't really that great if you constantly keep your hand up and that the lap bar is gonna press against your legs. You won't get that much airtime. You get a little bit, but if you keep it up and hold it till the good airtime moments, you'll get some really great airtime. Not the best, but it's still a really fun coaster. Number 24 is Magnum XL200 at Cedar Point. This is the first roller coaster from Cedar Point on the list. It's the first hybrid coaster, complete circuit, and also the roller coaster that started the modern day coaster wars since it opened in 1989. This is probably one of my favorite rides at Cedar Point, mainly because you got this beautiful view, going up the lift hill. The reason why it's lower on the list is because it is a bit rough in some spots, and I didn't sit in the magic seats, which is car 1, row 3, or the back rows. However, I got some great airtime near the end. The airtime that was near the end are triangular, so you just get yanked out of your seat. I really enjoy it. And maybe a retracking would be really nice, but overall it's a great coaster. Number 23 is Gatekeeper at Cedar Point. This is probably a controversial pick because lots of coaster enthusiasts don't really like this coaster. Say it's forceless. And yes, this coaster is forceless. But I still really enjoy it because it's just a really enjoyable coaster. The vest restraints aren't that bad, despite that, yeah, it was forceless. I really like the keel tower element, which is the 0G roll over these keel towers, which are probably the most famous part of the ride. Also, the wing over drop is really cool too. But there's probably other coasters at Cedar Point that are better than this. Number 22 is Daredevil Dive at Six Flags Over Georgia in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and is the first Gerstlauer Eurofighter I've ridden, and also is both the first roller coaster to feature a vertical lift hill that I have been on. There's probably other roller coasters that have vertical lift hills before this coaster, and it was also the first roller coaster I've ridden that has a beyond vertical drop. This is a really fun ride. It has some unique elements. It's smooth, even though I rode it in the winter. It has some decent hang time. Near the end, you go through a hardline roll, inline twist. It's a really great ride, and I will be going back to Six Flags Over Georgia this July, hopefully, and I will be riding this again. Number 21 is Batman Ride, also at Six Flags Over Georgia. Gosh, it's so hot here. Now, I did not get the best experience on this coaster, because I rode in winter. Batman Ride is one of the Batman clones that are found in most Six Flags parks, manufactured by B&M. I still really enjoyed this. I had a beanie, it was bugging me, but other than that, it's intense. The inversions are really snappy, and it's just a fun ride. I think it's gonna be much better during the summer when it heats up, so it'll be running much better. Overall, fun ride. Number 20 is a really surprising pick. It's Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is a Vekoma launch coaster that's indoors, and it's a really fun coaster. Probably my favorite roller coaster in the whole Disney World Resort. Now, it is kind of overrated, like the indoor section isn't that great because it's just cardboard cutout signs illuminated with lights. But I really like the onboard audio blasting Aerosmith music, the theming and the queue and pre-show are really nice. And it might get the longest wait at Hollywood Studios, but I really enjoy it. Number 19 is Cheetah Hunt at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Now, while there are a few downsides to this coaster, like the restraints aren't that great, and it does have some rattling in it, I still thoroughly enjoy it, like, mainly because it's really long, spread out, it has some forceful moments, like the launches, and, yeah, it may not be that forceful, I still found it to be really enjoyable, and it's a great launch coaster. Number 18 is SheiKra at Busch Gardens, Tampa. This is a B&M dive coaster. The first one opened in the USA in 2005. And also it's the first B&M dive coaster I've ridden. I believe I rode in 2017. This thing is a really fun ride. Like, the two drops, especially this one you're seeing that like hangs you over. Like, it has a decent float air time. I really like the end moment, the splashdown element's really nice, pretty iconic. Though I don't really like this mid-course brake run before the second drop because it does kill the momentum, but you still get some decent airtime on this coaster. Though it is a GP magnet, like most GP would be like scared because of this like first drop where you're like hanging over it, and also at the top you get some really great views. You can see Tampa from up there. Number 17 is Kraken at SeaWorld Orlando. Now, this used to be higher on the list, but recently I rode it, which was last Saturday, I believe. And it wasn't running that well, like started to rust a bit, and also it was kind of rough, had that B&M rattle. So that's why it started to go down like to number 17. But I still really like this coaster. Like, the inversions are pretty fun. It's intense. If you're sitting in the back, like, you get whipped over some of the elements, especially the first drop. And it's fun. But I guess if they retract it and definitely repainted it, it would be a much better ride. That would be higher on the list. Number 16 is Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia. Now, like I said with Batman the Ride, I didn't get the best ride because I rode it in the winter. However, on this coaster, the ride-up stapled me, so I did not get any airtime. Also, I found it to be a bit rattly, but other than that, it's still really fun. It's a great ride. I really like how it goes out of the park. Like, you go to that intense helix, and then you're going through, like, those ejector hills, like over like Georgia Scorcher, like one of the pathways. And this one is one of the B&M hypers that doesn't have a mid-course brake run, which I like because then it just keeps on going and going. And I can't wait to ride in July. Hopefully I get a better ride and I don't get stapled. Number 15 is Raptor at Cedar Point. This is a B&M invert that opened in 1994, and this is a great ride. It's really intense. The inversions are fun and whippy. And also I really like the helixes. They're intense. Now, I did get a bit nauseous on this coaster, but I ate a few minutes before riding this. Thankfully, I did not barf or throw up. So at least I'm lucky. I think I ate like 20 minutes ago because I got rained out. So we instead ate at a restaurant while it rained. But still, really fun coaster. Number 14 is the Incredible Hulk coaster. Another surprising ride. The best ride at Universal? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't say it's like best coaster at Universal, but I wouldn't say it's the best ride. Like, theming's really good. And I really like how intense the inversions are. The onboard audio is nice. The launch out of the tunnel is weak. But still, it's a great ride, and I like how it's like close to me, like, cause Universal. And I do prefer some other coasters, like that are more intense than this, but Incredible Hulk Coaster is still a really fun ride. Number 13 is Thunderhead at Dollywood. This is a GCI Woody that opened in 2004. It's probably one of the best wooden coasters I've ridden. Like, my dad says it's not that good, but he did eat before riding this. But I really enjoyed it. Like, it's mostly a twister layout. Like, the layouts mostly consist of lots of turns. And, yeah, mainly turns and fast transitions. But I really like this because, like, it uses the terrain to its advantage. The station flyby is really fun. Hearing people scream when you're in the station, that station kind of shakes a bit. And overall, this is a really fun ride. I mean, like, there's actually some decent airtime, too. I mean, like, I don't know, but this is a twister coaster, so don't expect a lot. Oops. So, yeah, that's going to end up part 1 of my video. Top 25 roller coasters I've ridden. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit the notification button to notify about a new video. So this guy is Theme Park Chasers. And stay tuned for more videos concerning Theme Park Chasers. And I'll catch you guys next time. And also stay tuned for part 2. Coming soon tomorrow.